bum 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 bum. Okay. With Back on Your Feet by probably band names. The first ones that travels to their extent. Kind of scream. So we get it again to the back like here. So we get it to very juicy. This guy had already been. It looked like we just lost, and that was what happened 5 years ago. I assume. Okay, 5 years. 5 years later. It's 2005. June. Oh, okay. Hey, how long? Okay. Trying to forget about that. Well, I guess since I'm finally all moved in, I'm gonna go out and get some food. Cutscene. I'm gonna be back already, or is that the time we get stored? It takes half an hour and a half. It doesn't look like we can beat Flag, but like, whatever. See, this guy goes into boxing. He hit his head. Okay. Man, I need that. I never noticed this in boxing. I'm trying to figure out what it's been hurt. Dude, this guy quit boxing. I was just going to see I also did walk in and be like, I never asked him. How did I do? What the heck? Why did he done that for me? Come back, little shit. Make me come in. Okay. I mean, you know, it's possible my coaches do actually have it tagged on. Wow. That conversation was just gonna go a little unnatural, but I guess with the body language, it might just come over that he's just like being really angry. I don't even know. It's a little ambiguous. That's fine. Don't make me come in there. What do I say to this guy? He's like, don't make me come in there. Mordecai, quit. Sir, I thought you asked you to leave already. I've seen the trailer. Hey, you're my seat. Hey, I said you're my seat. Now, on one hand, I want to pick up a option that gives me the fight. I want to play the game, but like, I probably would just move the seat over. I realize, honestly, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll get a new seat. Okay. Yeah, I'll get it. So, oh, he's not even smashed. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't seem like the mouse to look around, actually. It doesn't. Okay, yeah, great. We beat up the guy in the bar. Whoa, 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 dude, we just like why are we? Ooh. Okay, that's pretty cool. He's gonna see. Okay. So yeah, I see what's happening with the plot. That's pretty cool. I assume we're like both a little disillusioned. The character is like on one hand, I make sense. The character art is a little bit like vague, so you can like get attached to it. But I feel like it might be better to have it be more like character, like have some more personality, because it's clear, even though we do get dialogue choices, that this character has some anger issues, has some regret, and has a lot of characterization that doesn't really like on its own. So it's its own character, the main character, even though we get to make a lot of the choices. So it's like it feels kind of split between, are we supposed to uh what is the word? Project ourselves, or are we supposed to be understanding this character as a character? Because it's like I feel like there's both messagings happening here. So that I don't know. Anyway, also the bar being in the middle of the arena was like kind of okay. All right. Moving on. You're the man who came to my boxing gym earlier, correct? Nah, no, I'm sure it was you. Okay. I can't believe you reduced my boxing gym's top fighter to the state. He was always an arrogant boxer, with a very thoughtless personality. He was a talented boxer, less. I feel like I'm getting attention. I mean, okay, this character wants to move on, so that's why all the options are like a little bit more dismissive. They don't want to be boxing because I assume they got really high and then quit for some reason, which I don't even know. I don't know why they did that because they clearly are good at it. Care. Okay. Okay. One last thing. Mordecai here was planning on representing our gym in the upcoming national boxing tournament. You can see he's no longer in any state to do so. I mean, I don't know how recent this is, how much time he has to recover, but he was like going out getting drunk and picking fights in a bar. I feel like if he picked a fight with someone, then this is probably gonna happen regardless. So I don't really think it's my fault, but then how does this concern? Okay, well, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna stay silent here, aware this is short notice. But how would you like to represent our gym in his place? In his place. So he's asking us. The tournament is broadcasted to the whole nation, and the winner is granted an enormous cash prize. That is a crazy thing to be putting on a stranger. If it was like a local tournament, I mean, like that made more sense. But he's going real crazy with a heavyweight title. I'll think. Okay. Well, if you do decide you'd like to enter the tournament, to show up to our gym as soon as possible. Okay. Wait, we got the back door. That was the bar, right? This is the entrance of the bar, then I guess. But why does the floor look like a bar? Maybe they skipped like an in and out scene of like crossing the street or something, because the exit door definitely doesn't look like a bar we were just in. It looks like a street or a stairwell or something. You're Joe Sullivan, aren't you? I used to watch all of your fights when you boxed back in the States, so we're not in the US. I guess if they speak English, it's like you Britain or Scotland or Australia or something. I don't know where has like boxing and speaks English other than the US, but I don't know much about boxing, so it's a shame what happened. So I assume there was an accident and an injury or something. What brings you all the way across the ocean? I'm really not too sure. Okay, I assume the choices are because the main character just won't have any dialogue outside of um, outside of what we choose because we're supposed to like put ourselves in. But again, this like comes back to the confusion about like we're supposed to connect with the character or like understand them as a character or project ourselves on the character. I think it might be better if there was like some dialogue that you don't make decisions in, because I know some of this dialogue does have, or at least it will have impacts on the game. But yeah, I think maybe it might be a good idea if some of the dialogue was not, there was no choice in our character just said something, and that way we'd actually be learning something about the character. If that's you want to go at like, or if you wanted to go the character route, but if I guess what this is like mostly fine. If we're supposed to like project ourselves, it's just like a mixed messages. That's what I'm getting. So between like we have this like intro scene for a character and their story, and then it's also like we're all supposed to be projecting ourselves. Anyway, national boxing tournament. I'm really not too sure myself. You know, if I were you, I would enter in the national tournament coming up. I imagine it's probably not that easy unless you have a way in. Maybe if I was like real famous, then I could get in. Anyway, but I don't know how famous it used to be. I hear the winner of the tournament gets tons of money and a title of the heavyweight belt. I assume that's a famous belt. It means you get a shot at revenge. You know who? I think I just meant it. I mean, I would have known about this, right? If I was a famous boxer, and then there's like this boxing tournament. Apparently, it's easy to enter. I mean, maybe he knows nothing about it, and I actually have a way in. So I guess there's that explanation. Yeah. I think I might just enter. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's really I'm going through with this. Because I have a chance of revenge. I need to focus on winning this tournament first. Isn't that part of the revenge? I beat the guy, like the main rival. Maybe they're. Now I really want the sound effect sound settings because I hide the alarm sound, but it's fine. It's fine. It's allowed. Things are allowed to be jarring. I really am turning boxing time. Let's gonna move on and get the boxing. Yeah, I feel like a more distinct character, like our character sprite and like some talk sprites and maybe some, or a portrait, and maybe some like dialogue that's we don't have any choice in. I mean, obviously we get these self monologues. That's plenty, but it's just it's really mixed messages with the character. I don't know why the characters bother me so much, but I guess it has been like kind of main focus. Um, there's one other thing. Anything in here? Okay, well I guess I'll go boxing and find a way to get paid. Okay, so I'm gonna make it to explode. Just call me back now. Back. Okay. Maybe I forgot my keys. I should go with the exit. Oh, it doesn't even let me copy it. Hey. Well, you know, I mean, if it's already broken, you could always, like, break the window or something. I mean, you can, like, punches and stuff. Anyway. Okay, that makes sense. We're right next door to the box. I was wondering if you were going to actually show up. Not much time to waste, considering your first match in the tournament takes place 1 week from now. It changes me either. I assume you're already familiar with the basics, considering you beat out Mordecai last time. Yeah, I think I don't know how intentional the whole eating a cat and a cat neighbor thing. I'm probably thinking about this way harder than most people would, but I feel like even having the character spread would add a lot of character to at the first. I feel like it would make it kind of funny and charming when they are wasting all their money on a cafe when they really should be getting a job and getting groceries and stuff, or at least getting back into boxing because apparently that was the career you should be doing something that pays you money. Anyway, I'm gonna actually play the game now. I assume you're already familiar on the basics considering you beat Mordecai last time. Should you like a refresher? Sure, why not? Now, so, if you're in the character, I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, maybe I can do it. Let's get some sleep. Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing that I've taken away from the is the characters. I feel like this is definitely like a semi-story-driven game. Like there's really just so far the fights in the story. I feel like the main character being more of a character would do a lot of good. I know there's like They kicks off the Archer Box. After 16 Garrett Fridays from the sure as you know, it's cash prize. Let's get this fight underway. Okay, I think I misunderstood. It said broadcast internationally, and maybe that doesn't make it to the United States. It might be a smaller country. In that case, I imagine most outside of the US countries will have a little bit more, or probably be more international with their fights. Assuming boxing, you know what? This doesn't have to take place in the video. This can be completely. Need to stop making it similar. Alright, kid, show this guy what you're made of. Come out this round swinging. Already, I think this is gonna be I'm getting like a dash. I like my dash is But yeah, that would explain partially why he has such high expectations for me. The winner is Bob's Boxing. Yeah, let's go. I love Bob's Boxing. Great stuff, kid. Had me a little worried, but I knew you had it in you. Wow, what a fight that was. Sure is crazy to be back in the ring. Bob said that I get rest these next couple days, but then it's said that I get to rest these next couple days, but then it's right back to work. I got to get to bed. Next fight is only 2 weeks away. Congrats on your victory. Oh, so he's happy with me now. He looks like I might have pushed him off a little bit, but he will probably always look like that. You're nice. Oh, yeah, still real sorry about that. At least it lends someone as good as yourself representing Bob's Boxing Gym. Yeah, So I'm surprised he doesn't care about his like glory being stolen. I guess he really was just drunk. Like he came into the bar. Maybe he wasn't drunk. Maybe he got drunk at home and then came to the bar. Speaking of bar, he really chewed me out after I scuffed here. Granted, it was somewhat concussed at the time, so I didn't really hear all that he said. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do remember him saying I should make it up to you. I should make it up to you somehow. So, how about next round on me? I'm very started rally drinking. It's kind of funny how like I'm both there, like turn around and stuff. I mean, that interaction is perfectly fine. I think whether or not you want the main character to be character, I think like him doing all the talking is very traditional. You are not a character as much, but I like this part. I think works pretty well no matter what you do. But I feel like the main character having a little bit more personality would help. At least the early part before this. I believe you're back to boxing after all that. I guess I told him the story. Out of respect. It's something crazy. Probably an injury. I can't remember. Man, how did it get so late all of a sudden? I think I'm bad. I hear you. Rest up, champ. You got that fight in under 2 weeks. Best believe I'll be watching and cheering you. A couple days later. I really don't like that one. Well, it's finally time to start training again today. What about Bob I have in store? Okay. What did Yeah, I thought I'll try and stop ram the character up over and over, but I look at him and he's like he feels like way too like young, blank slate, innocent looking. To have like gotten in some horrible injury. Like look at that like I feel like he should look a little bit more like the other guy, whatever his name is, the guy we just fought. Not the guy we just fought, the guy at the bar. And even if he was like a prodigy and like really young earlier, that was 5 years ago. Anyway, I don't know. Someone's door. This guy really focused on getting to where he's going immediately. What? Maybe I should call the landlord to get this thing fixed. That would be nice. Yeah, actually, there's 3 rooms on one floor. It makes complete perfect sense that the sign's had out. And now I can't walk around more. Oh well. Maybe I was supposed to like the bird guy and they were gonna be like, hey, he's waiting for you in the forest. But I guess it's cool if you can skip that. That theoretically exists. I was wondering if you were ever gonna show up. Sorry, I'm late. I don't care for your apologies. We need to get to training. We're gonna do an old-fashioned drill. When I used to put it in my hands back in my youth. happened between the daylight hours that I was done and the hours that I was leaving the forest? What did I do in the forest? What happened to that stuff? And not eat any lunch. I remember surely you packed a lunch without like a fridge in this room. I mean, probably, this guy probably does not, but guess that's it. Since heated. Oh. I don't know. I wonder if there's an option. You're the box hunter. Can't, right? Yeah. Look next time. You're gonna need it. I assume this is my phone. I wonder if you can go to bed early and skip that scene, because for all those cool, it seems like it might have been. Ooh, it's fixed. Like, give me anything? I'm in inventory now? No. There's no. That's no win. I didn't realize it was you at first, since using a different name now. But I like it. Kian has a nice ring. That itself was definitely entertaining, even though your opponent wasn't the best boxer. Your next opponent might not be so easy, so I wish you best of luck. Yeah? You literally recognized me last time. Like, what do you mean you didn't recognize me? Sorry, because I had a different name. Yeah, see, this is definitely the main character has that personality. But I also get kind of them having them be a big snake, because it seems like maybe there's supposed to be a little bit of mystery around the main character, and revealing too much through context clues will kind of take it away. Then again, it's still a little confusing, and I think you can execute like the mystery without taking away from context clues at all, or taking away from the story, like making it too obvious. Also, having plot developments be obvious isn't always a bad thing, anyway. That press conference for the next round of the tournament. Wonder how that'll go. My best to get to sleep. Next today. Let's get this conference started. Introducing Ken, representing Bob's Boxing. You know, if I switch my name, I guess it would make sense. If no one recognizes me. I mean, maybe I also have plastic surgery. Maybe that's why my face is so so pristine and cheap. But I don't know, it's a little weird that like some of the biggest boxing people don't recognize I'm famous for boxer. Maybe the guy in the elephant's just as perfect. Who knows? Not much is known about Ken. According to our sources, he has no prior bouts heading into this tournament. Prior pogos. So after his fifth victory in his pro debut. Now let's move on to introducing Jerry Abbasi, 5th ranked heavyweight boxer in the world. Jerry has a record of 25-4, with all 25 of his wins coming by way of knockout. His ferocious nature in the ring has earned him the nickname Scary Jerry. Oh, sorry for Jerry, that's like a horrible nickname. Thank you for the introduction. Is that the bartender? Or the guy in the bathroom? Do they have the same talk spray? I noticed the hair on the first guy, but I also remember this guy's armbands, which he doesn't have. That being said, there's something important I need to share with you all. The man sitting here is not Ken, but rather Joe Sullivan, the former heavyweight champion of the world. What the heck? Why? Okay. Well, this is a lower down here. Am I talking about lower down? It's one text box. It's not how you use that. That's a pretty significant drop. Okay. Why is he saying it like that's a bad thing? I do not know why he's trying his name every time this girl spoke. There is no second chance after Paul saw Frazier. Currently hurt by world heavyweight champion exposed to the drunk abuser and drug behavior. I'm not planning on wasting more words on this man. He does not deserve it. On fight night, I plan to make him look better so we know it. Say my balls are dead a couple years ago. But 5 is not enough. Okay, that is all. Mr. Abbasi, I have no comment on the majority of what you just said, but I'm sure you're wrong about one thing. And that's that Ken here is going to knock you to the park. That is that the man representing my boxing gym deserves no second chance. Okay, let's get out of here. Let me explain yourself. I think I missed what he said. I think that was supposed to be really cool, like badass or something. Because I think I got it. It's fine. Oh shit. It's the jig's up. I have to explain everything to Bob. So why did that random guy recognize me? I get it makes sense that somebody did, but like, why didn't the old man? Speaking of the devil, your neighbors will know the truth about your past. Remember the present, those rumors always are certain. Well, I'll eat up anything that's juicy. I'm pretty sure the drug allegation might be true. Anyway, Mordecai here was he matched up against Scary Jerry about a year ago. He beat up pretty bad. He definitely knows how to start fights. So yeah, I just want to let you know. On the bar, I was pretty jealous. I know if I could pieces of this put this out. Okay. Mordecai rematch. Let's see how this goes. Put some good work in. heck are you doing, kid? This ain't performing against Mordecai, you're gonna get demolished by Jeffrey Boss. Get up and try again. Oh, shoot. What was I even saying? Yeah, it would be cool to switch between them and try them, because I know this is just the demo, but being able to try and like all the different play styles off the bat, maybe even switching like during this practice session would be nice because like you don't really. Okay, wait, I need to start my thoughts out. You're locked play style wise very much into things you choose, and I think that would like because it seems like different things be useful in different scenarios. And maybe there's like a short combo and a big combo. Those are the two ones I picked, but or the first and second ones. Maybe there's always some options, but I feel like being able to switch because the playstyle is so limited. Being able to switch what combos you're using would help balance it out a little bit. Okay. I'll try and make this the last time I mention this, but I feel like having the main character have a little bit more personality would be a huge change because so far the story has been like a really big part of the game. So, and it doesn't feel like that much of a self-insert situation. Yeah. No, it's pretty commendable what you're doing. Turning the box in the world after all that's happened. Thanks. I gotta warn you. Path of Revenge is usually very slow. Make sure you're betting for the right reasons. Dang, I got some wise going on. I do like the ambience and like, oh, we're allowed to walk. I thought it was just chilling here. So this is cool. I feel like even like adding a break like that in the dialogue would be nice for vibes. Anyway, it's cool. I like the ambience. It's a good touch. If I can visit, is there any nighttime park secrets? Seems like it. Cool, there's a basketball. There's some cool details here. It's really dark. Stinky. Maybe I should stop and then. Jeez. for that. Okay, before I go back, can I like destroy the alarm? Maybe not. Revenge, huh? Not sure what happened back then. It's something that I can just let go. 8 days later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second round of the National Boxing Tournament. Yeah. Now time to introduce our fighters. Representing Bob's Boxing is Ken. As recently revealed from Joe Sullivan, the former World Heavyweight Champion. I don't really have any proof. Is there evidence for this? Because he was just like, hey, that guy's actually this guy. Like, I guess they're running with it because it's a story. I don't know. Next, introducing Scary Jerry Abbasi. No, there was cheering to be back. There's some of his fans, not just a bunch of haters. Scary Jerry Abbasi, the current 5th ranked heavyweight champion in the world. Whoa. That's crazy. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, I'm very tired of the game. I don't feel as much like I'm jumping on the feet. I guess if I won the preliminaries to the entrance, the qualifiers, and now I'm in like a high rank. Or maybe Scary Jerry's like just got sent up with it again up against the demon in like round 2 of the brackets. Maybe it's just a luck thing, and there'll be some lower ranking fighters before we get any higher. But yeah. Anyway, Jerry has a 25-4 record with all 25 victories coming by way of knockout. Alright, let's get this fight underway. Time to go, kid. Let's make this guy eat his words. gives me the and options. There's no save feature. Okay. Okay. Oh, mode is you can switch your save. Anyway, I play it again. Speed through it again. Try the other places. I will. I will. I'm gonna try some other dialogue options to see. Let's try and see if it's just as well. It's fun. Gosh, seen this so recently. I'm gonna feel it. I wish there was like this, so I could save it before you pick your loadout. Cool, it does like a date and stuff. It's a nice detail. Speed. Yeah, it's like the camera like date and time thing. I don't know if it's intentional, it's just to be like the camera. Okay, well his time will change, yeah. Say yes to leave. Maybe if I hit that's good design. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that the main character would play that guy up and then punch him. He's angry. He's a little drunk, and he's been betrayed. He's been uh like dissed publicly for no reason, just for like he obviously doesn't want to take any shit anymore. But the main character portrait doesn't really convey that. Like the character art, it's too much contrast. The character that this character is, it makes sense that why he would do that. But okay, I'm repeating myself. I think the contrast between like you're supposed to put yourself in that person's shoes. I imagine most people playing this aren't actually that violent. They would like pick someone up and try and like start punching them. I feel like making it clear that this is its own character from the get go will make the story run a lot smoother. Anyway, yeah, reckless. Yeah, that's let's check. Let's check that out. I think that might have been what I said last time. And probably none of them changed anything. Yeah, I'm good. Well, if you ever change your mind, you know where to find our gym. Okay, and then this guy, no matter what you say to him, this guy will convince you to like kind of get back. Yeah. Also, the first time you hear your name, they call you Joe Sullivan, and then people start calling you Ken. I think there's also this guy's dialogue might be a little bit messed up. I might be wrong, but he's like, I didn't recognize you at first, is what he says after, but then he literally does recognize you at first. Yeah, okay, so that, and then Joe's maybe knowing your own name at first, somehow, like knowing your name to Ken. Maybe if you have a character portrait, then you can put the actual character's name like over the portrait, so you know that your own name is Ken, and then this guy calls you Joe Sullivan. Because knowing that you're Joe Sullivan isn't jarring at all. And like it's like, okay, I know I have a name. If you don't know that your name isn't Joe Sullivan. Okay, I probably want to try all three of the different sets. I mean, I won't try all three of those kind of options, but I will try one more set. And I want to pick what feels like the bulkiest options to see if it's fine to even play this game without the speed one. This is a Unity game, right? I think it is. Played one of Dev's other games. And it was also made in Unity. But I mean, I have everything on video. Unless there's a watermark at the beginning that I missed. So I don't even actually get this. Yeah, it would be nice if spamming E could let you like skip that. was so friendly, and then he's like trying to like expose me or something. So I missed an optional bar scene, it seems like the first time. I said yesterday. Some extension I acted if I did really hard work this week. Something we did that much. This is an interesting thing. I instinctively tried the first door, assuming that I could like leave, and that's why I went into the apartment the first time. But I definitely would have checked the bar to see if there was a scene. And while it's very cool that you can go straight to bed and like skip this cutscene for people who are like fine, I think it might be important to like split the buildings so people instinctively try the bar first, just so first time players miss this cutscene like I did. Anyway, I guess I've been going to the brush patch anyway. A drink up. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, after this cutscene's over, I think I'm done because thanks. Yeah, no, yeah, why is he so friendly? Anyways, I think that's it. For me, I don't know idea. It's probably like 2 hours or something. It's manually close it. Yeah, that was fun.